Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Alexa's Garden. In this video I want to show you how you can dry plums for winter at home to store them for a long time in the winter. Using this method you will get delicious dried plums or even prune if you add some sugar syrup to these plums. I was very surprised to learn that the plum belongs to the pink family, which has over 400 species. Plum relatives are cherry, peach, apricot, almond, and even cherry. In my garden there are 5 plum trees. Their fruiting season begins in mid-July and ends in mid-September. Right now we are enjoying the fruits of late plums. It is a Hungarian-Italian plum variety, a very large, tall tree. I think you know that plums are very useful. First of all, they are a great source of pectins. Pectins are valuable dietary fiber that dissolved well in water. This is a very rare phenomenon. Usually fiber is almost insoluble. Pectins have an unusual ability to absorb and remove toxic substances from the human body. More plum fruit is an excellent supplier of iron, which regulates the level of hemoglobin in human blood. Also, the coloring of plums depends on anthocyanins. These are purple coloring substances of flavonoid class. They are very useful substances for the prevention and reduction of inflammatory diseases, improving the barrier function of the intestine. Of course, in the period of mass harvesting of plums, it is very important to make home preserves of these fruits for the winter. In my list, jam from plums as well as dried plums for the winter. How to properly dry plums at home. How to prepare plums for candied plums. I have a few important rules. The best plums for candied plums, those that have dense fiber, which are well separated from the seed, moderately ripe but not overripe, not affected by pests and microscopic fungi. I first wash the plums in running water and then dry them a little in plastic boxes with holes to remove any residual water. Next is the most important step, to speed up the drying process of the plums and to disinfect the fruit for good long-term storage. I use treatment of the plums with fine crystalline sulfur. Sulfur in the process of bonding with charcoal interacts with the oxygen of the air and turns into sulfur gas. This gas sanitizes the plums and makes the plum shell a little thinner. This way, the drying process is shorter. I put the plum halves, from which the seed has already been removed, in the clean plastic boxes, filling them with plums for about 1/3. Next, I proceed to processing with sulfur. I put fine crystalline sulfur on charcoal in a metal container or in a small hole in the soil and around the boxes with plums. Then I set fire to the sulfur and cover the plums on thickly as tightly as possible with plastic film so that the sulfur dioxide remains inside for at least 4 to 6 hours. After this treatment, the plums will become softer, lose a little color, and will be treated with a natural fungicide against pathogens. I dry the plums in the sun, in a garden, or in a vegetable garden where there is enough space. You can use the table metal boxes. I cover them with polyethylene film. Lay out the plums treated with sulfur dioxide and dry for about 4 to 5 days. Once the plums have lost enough moisture, I collect them in a cardboard box and store them in a cool, dry place. Dried plums are a great dessert for tea. They taste great and are very healthy. They are real natural candy that you can make yourself. I hope you too can make such candied plums for winter using my recipe. Please write in a comment what recipes from plums you use. Share your experience with subscribers of the channel. Thanks for watching and subscribing. See you soon!